Welcome to Becoming Limitless. This is the podcast for entrepreneurs who want to optimize their brain and their body with biohacking. I'm going to teach you how to eliminate brain fog and upgrade your health so you can have more productivity, energy, and growth in your business. I'm your host, Tanessa Shears. Let's jump in. Welcome back to the Becoming Limitless podcast. Today is a really fun episode. If you have been considering working with me, joining my world, joining one of my programs, this is an episode you are not going to want to miss because there's been something really fun going on inside the Becoming Limitless program. And I want to tell you all about it. So here's the fun news. I am introducing the Becoming Limitless coaching membership. We are moving to a membership model with inside the Becoming Limitless program, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. And there's so many fun features. I've got some amazing bonuses going on right now. So if you have been wondering what it's all about, you're in the right spot today. So with my program, what my kind of goal for this podcast is I'm going to be kind of breaking down what has been changing, what you're going to learn in it, what the community is looking like so that you can make a decision on if this is the perfect fit for you. Because I'm going to be real, this isn't your typical coaching program. So together, my plan is to help you understand how to build a system for your health. As entrepreneurs, we are data people, we are systems people, we need to know our numbers and how things work. And I want that same experience for you with your health, right? And we're going to create this system with data and with science, and I would love to have you be part of it. How this is going to work. It's not just one-to-one coaching anymore. It's going to be you and me and a community of driven entrepreneurs who want to take their health and their energy and their clarity to the next level. And that is what Becoming Limitless is all about. And over the past 6 months, I've actually been running this with a couple of close clients, getting feedback, making changes, and shifting the format of Becoming Limitless. And I've been doing this with a select group of entrepreneurs. And I got to tell you, I have had a ton of testimonials come out of that version of the program and how much the community has made a difference in their ability to feel connected to other entrepreneurs who are also working on their health, and they realize it's not just about the business. I need to take care of my brain and my energy too, right? And so last month, I actually did a private launch of the membership just to my email list. But this week, we are launching it to the public, and I am so excited to have you here and hearing about this to see if it is a great fit for you, because I'd really love to be able to help you have that clarity when you wake up in the morning. You feel like you had a good sleep. You have clarity throughout the day. Your brain works efficient. It works fast. You are prioritizing your health, and you figured out a way to fit it into your schedule that doesn't make you feel completely overwhelmed. You're not like, oh my gosh, well, then I have to work less and then all this. Like, I'm going to help you figure out how to fit a data-based, science-crafted health protocol into your life, into your already busy schedule, right? And it's really helping you reevaluate and see how much having a brain that works really well and energy that is alive and vibrant, how much that actually can help increase your productivity. It can help you get more done so that you can turn your work brain off at the end of the day and you know that you're taking care of your health too. So in this episode of the podcast, we're going to be talking about what it looks like to work with me within the community week to week, like exactly what it's going to look like. We're going to talk about what you'll learn and what you'll walk away with after becoming a part of this membership, how to know if you're a good fit right now, and the two different options that you have to work with me. So here's how it's different from before. So before, I was primarily offering one-to-one coaching in a relationship in which we are getting on one-to-one calls every single week. It is me and you in a private channel. How it is now changing is I have two options. The one-on-one coaching is going to turn into what I'm going to be calling Becoming Limitless Fast Track. And that is going to be a program that is all about that one-to-one high-touch model. It's the weekly calls, and we're going to be accelerating your growth in that container. And that container is going to be limited to 4 spots. And that's not what we're going to be talking about today, but that's where my one-on-one coaching has been going. I'm really just keeping it for those that really want to invest in themselves and get that one-on-one support weekly calls every week. But the best part about all of this is it has allowed me to build out this really deep valued membership model. And I'm so excited for this coaching to be offered to you in this way, because not only does it provide a ton of flexibility, but it allows you to come in, you stay for as long as you want to be able to get the value you need at a price point that feels like an absolute no-brainer. So we're going to go over what's included, then I'm going to tell you the price, because one thing that I've really embraced in my business lately is full transparency. I've just noticed if you're in the online space or you spend any time on Instagram, there's so much hype around things without transparency. And so I have decided to boycott much of the business coaching advice that I have been given and really share with you what my program is, how it works, the price, so that you can make a decision based on fact, on data, just like what the program is, right? And so throughout this, when you go through my program, Becoming Limitless, like the bones and the structure is exactly the same. What you will learn is the same, the format, right? My whole goal has been to give you a very clear pathway from how to get from this place where you just don't feel your best to prioritizing your health, to feeling consistent at it, like you can do it, like it fits your schedule, like you're not overwhelmed, right? And so that you can also take your health to the next level, right? Because if you know that, you would get so much more done in your business, or you'd be so much more present with your kids if you could just feel better, have more energy and more focus, and your brain didn't feel so foggy all the time. This is the program, and my program lays out a very clear path, step by step. Here's what we're going to work on week by week in order for you to get there, right? And you'll be in a community of other high-performing driven entrepreneurs so that you can feel inspired. Like you can see what other people are doing, what they're working on, what they've accomplished. And this is something that will allow you to expand what you think is possible for yourself. I love community for that reason. I love to be able to share experiences, to be able to see what you need coaching on in someone else. Like it's a really valuable asset, I feel, that has really well rounded out the program. And so in this, I'm going to help you take your first step and get going so that there is no confusion over what to do. You know exactly where to start and you know what the steps are. And so after you get your first step, it's just the journey from there. I'm going to be continuously helping you. And here's what all this is going to look like week to week. So every single week we have a live coaching Q&A call, and it's currently on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern time. And you're going to be able to jump on with me for a full hour where you are going to be able to receive live coaching, support, guidance. We can work on strategy, we can coach on consistency, we can work on implementation, and we can upgrade your health. And these are all things that we get to do on these coaching calls every single week. I do keep this group very intimate, so you are not going to be lost in a sea of hundreds of people. It is just going to be you, me, and a couple of driven entrepreneurs. And that's the way I really want to run this, because I want to be able to have you have the opportunity to get coached if you need it every single week in a hot seat style of coaching where other people are able to collaborate and support and give your ideas, right? And if you can't make the calls, you can always submit questions ahead of time, and replays are going to be available. I have a portal all set up for that. You're also going to be part of our community where you can get personalized coaching from me 5 days a week. You're not working with a support coach or an assistant. It's actually me, and I am in there 5 days a week, and I do my best to respond about 24 hours within when you send the message. And the whole point of this is that I want you to feel like you have me in your back pocket, and you're able to just be like, oh, I'm stuck on this right now. I can't see the solution forward. And you can pop into the community and know that I will be there to support you and get back to you within that 24 hours so that you never feel stuck. The content is clear, the pathway is clear, the routines and protocols, they are all clear. And so I'm here to fully support you in that, right? And on top of that, you get to engage with the other successful entrepreneurs in there, right? We're all celebrating wins every week. We do coaching in front of the group every week of what we're working on and really diving into if we're ready for new health habits and when to progress. So this is a community full of coaching, wins, and resources. Not only that, every Sunday, I ask you to do a check-in and review how the last week has gone. And what this does is it prevents you from falling through the cracks by standing up and being like, hey, here's what's been going on over the last week. We know that we can keep you moving forward. And a new feature that I'm actually just going to be introducing into the program is data tracking, because the Oura Ring is something, it's a wearable piece of technology. It's a ring. It's kind of like your fitness trackers, but it's basically made for entrepreneurs because it's all about rest, recovery, and resilience. I'm going to be collecting the data from the Oura Rings of everyone in the program to make sure that you never fall behind. So this monthly data tracking is going to be great because I'm able to see month to month if you are progressing, if you are stalling, or if you had a couple of weeks in that month where maybe you weren't doing as well. So this is another layer of accountability for me to be watching you and make sure you're getting the results out of your time in the Becoming Limitless membership. The other really cool thing that I've started doing just a couple of months ago that has been going really well are monthly coaching accelerators. And what we do in these coaching accelerators is we focus on optimizing the results in one area at a time, meaning we have workshops that dive really deep into one specific area and go in depth over all of the obstacles that might come up, the solutions and the strategy that you need to execute. So currently, when you're hearing this, we are doing a 30-day walking challenge, not only for mental health and physical health, but to help develop discipline and help us get more active again. Previous accelerators that we've done include the Time Freedom Accelerator. We've done a bedtime boot camp. And if you come and join us, all of these will be ready on demand if you want to catch up on any of these. But think of them as like super speed coaching sessions where we really dive deep into one topic to make sure that you are getting everything out of it in that month before you move on to a new habit. Now, not to mention on demand, I have a whole Becoming Limitless program vault, which is divided into my 3 signature training systems. So I have a system called the CEO Sleep Lab. And in this, it's all about how to use your Oura Ring to assess if you are getting great sleep, what to do, how to set up an evening routine, how to sleep through the night, how to fall asleep quickly. Anything that comes to your sleep, you will find in the CEO Sleep Lab. I also have Brain Food, which is all about how to manage your blood sugar and eat a whole food lifestyle so that your energy stays consistent, your brain stays clear, so you are not foggy due to food. And this comes with an in-depth meal planning module in there so that you can steal my meal planning system, whether you want to meal plan once a week, twice a week, or once every 2 weeks like I do. There's tons of options in there for you to really develop your own system based on my structures that I put into place. And the third training system that's in there is called the Resilient Framework. Now, Resilient is all about all things movement, mindset, and stress. And so I'm teaching you how to calm your nervous system so that you can sleep well at night, so that you can exercise and show up to your workout, so that you feel good in your life, so that we understand how our brain affects everything from our time management to our ability to follow through to our business, right? And so this resilient model is exactly what it says. It's all about building your resilience and helping you become a more capable entrepreneur that feels in control of their health, their life, and their business. And all of these training programs have short 10 to 12 minute videos. And there is a PDF, you can print them out, and they highlight all the strategies that you need to know for health optimization. And then the last really cool thing that will be part of your week to week is what I call the Biohacking Success Suite. And it's a collection of my top resources and checklists and Trello boards and tracking spreadsheets to really help you stay accountable, know where you are in the program at all times, and document your progress so that you can make data-based decisions on your health moving forward, right? I don't want you implementing a whole bunch of health habits that don't actually make you feel better or less stressed or sleep better, right? Like, so we use this data and your experience to be like, hey, these are the habits that get us the most bang for our buck. Let's do these. And especially when our life gets busy again, we can focus on these and know that if other habits have to drop off for now, it's okay because I know which ones work the best for me. So that's kind of what the week to week looks like in there. We have the weekly calls, the Slack community, we have the monthly coaching accelerators, there's the accountability check-ins, all the training programs, and the Biohacking Success Suite. And in this program, the goal and what I really want you to create is I want to help you walk away from your time with me in getting really good sleep, tailoring an exercise plan to fit your schedule, and master your nutrition and get that really consistent energy going. So I'm going to help you create that system, and it's going to be backed, like we said, by wearable tech data so that you can understand how each change that we make affects your body, which means you're never going to have to guess, is this working, is it not? And feel like you're stuck in a sea of information overwhelmed, because that's might be what you're experiencing right now is like, there's so much to work on. I don't know what to work on. Is this the thing? Is this the thing? My system is laid out in the exact order that I would walk you through it if you were a one-on-one client. So walking yourself through that, bringing what you're getting stuck onto coaching, asking for help. It is a system that is made for entrepreneurs to help them, right? And most importantly, I'm going to teach you how to balance your energy and your life and your business. Right? It's not just always about feeling like you're drowning in your business all the time. Like, where is that time for you? Do you want it? Do you know how to set boundaries in order to take it, right? And these systems I've created are designed to fit into busy schedules. I have tested this system on over 100 6- and 7-figure entrepreneurs. I've worked with multiple 7-figure entrepreneurs now that have found a way now. They're like, okay, I understand how to take care of myself and run my business too. And so I want you to know what exactly you can expect if you join us. And I can say that most clients that commit for at least 4 months are going to experience an increase in your energy and your stamina. And that is going to look like more focused and productive hours in your business. You can make better decisions. You make higher money level decisions. You have more quality time with your family when you're feeling like you have the energy to do the stuff you want to do, right? Not only that, you're going to get deeper, more restorative sleep, and that's going to result in way fewer energy slumps. You know that 2, 3, 4 p.m. afternoon energy crash that's like ruining your day right now? Those type of things are things that I have seen time and time disappear with clients that put in the work and do the system as it is laid out in Becoming Limitless. You're also going to get a comprehensive understanding of how to eat healthy food that creates that sustainable energy, right? Because if you don't know what foods are causing that crash, it's very hard to correct for it. So that's my job, is to educate you on like, here are the foods I would consume most often. Here's what time. Here's how I would meal plan for that. So you have all the steps that you need to fit to make it work, even if you're busy with your business, right? And between the Slack community and coming on the group calls weekly, you're going to be able to get individualized coaching to really help you build that system. And keep in mind, it is a system, because if we're just choosing habits randomly, I mean, they'll sometimes stick, but when it's built into a system that is based on how your schedule works, whether you have kids, whether you work 5 days a week or 2 days a week, or you have childcare or you don't, right? Like, I have seen it all, and I've been able to help clients take the exact steps they need to get into that peak performance, so that you no longer feel bogged down by everything and like, oh, maybe one day when I hire another team member, or when I have more energy, or when I'm not in a launch, then I'll have time for my health, right? And we keep putting it off, but I'm going to teach you how to make time for it during your busiest season, so that you know that when a busy season comes again, you're totally capable of making this work. And lastly, we're going to be using, like I said, wearable tech. I'm going to be teaching you from your Oura Ring what the data means, what to do with it, how to improve it. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not getting enough deep sleep, I'm going to be able to have strategy 1, 2, and 3 for you to try, right? And we're going through this as an experimenter, meaning you try something. Does the data reflect a positive experience with that change? Do you feel better? And from there, we decide, are we going to keep it, or are we going to try something new? And it's this layering experimentation is what makes it so sustainable, because it's not like you come into the program and I'm like, here's a whole life change. Can you maintain it? It's about, how can I help you layer in one small change at a time and only keep the changes that make the biggest difference to your health and your energy, right? And when you go through this and you see how I teach you to implement a health system like this, it gives you a complete mindset recalibration. And you will now begin to start recognizing and eliminating behaviors that don't serve the future CEO version of you. And this is how you learn to give equal priority to your health and your business, right? You know what works and you stick to it. It's like if you were marketing in your business. If you're spending all your time marketing and it's not giving you a return on investment, you're not going to keep doing that, right? So we need to be having this data to help us confirm that we're on the right track. And if you're like, I don't know if I'm good with data, I don't know if I'm good with tech, that's what I'm here for. I love this stuff and I love to break it down and make it really simple. So if you're like, okay, I love all of that. I want the energy. I want the sleep. I love using the data. I love the idea of the Oura Ring. Here's how to know if you're a good fit, because I really want to cultivate a community that is, a place that you love to go to because you feel inspired. You don't feel that it is a community that is complaining or dragging you down. Like, I want this to be a community of like high performers that you want to be around. So you're a good fit for this if you want to stop talking about leveling up your health, your energy, and your focus, and actually do something about it. Right? You want to be around people that aren't just talking about it, but they're following through with action, because that motivates me. So that's the kind of community I want to be with. And I'm going to be real with you. Like, it's not going to be easy to do this. And anyone who promises you this is not telling you the truth, because doing this is simple, right? I mean, going to bed at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. or whatever your bedtime. That's simple. But is it easy? No. That's why I don't just teach strategy. There's coaching as well, because we need coaching to get our minds on board and understand why we are resistant to making certain changes or why we fall off the wagon all the time, right? So you can know that I'm going to be there by your side the entire time. And that is a promise. And when you join the program, I ask you to fill out a very in-depth questionnaire because I want to know who you are, what you're struggling with, what you're dealing with, where you need to make the changes right now. And you're not just going to be a face that I don't know your name. I'm going to be very much like roll up the sleeves, elbow deep in what's going on with your health, right? So you're also going to be a good fit for this program if you are willing to get uncomfortable and allow me to stretch you. So this is not, like I said, just a program of biohacks and health habits. We coach hard. So this is why my clients get results and don't backslide. It's because I show up and I ask you the uncomfortable questions. You tell me what your goal is, and I hold that as the standard for how you want to live your life. And I make sure that we are working together to get you there. And not every week is going to be perfect. There are going to be failures. Some weeks are going to be hard. But what the difference will be this time is that you're not going to quit on yourself. You're going to understand why that all happened so you know how not to make that same decision again, right? Another reason you'd be a good fit is if you want to use an Oura ring to track all your data and get into peak performance. You want to make logical database decisions on your health instead of emotional decisions, right? You don't want to quit because it's hard or eat because you're stressed out or skip your workout because you're tired. Like those are emotional decisions. And yes, there is place for self-care and how do I feel and what's my energy, but I want to teach you the difference between self-care and excuses. When taking a day off is a good idea and when it's not. When we make database decisions on our health versus emotional decisions on our health, right? And that's why I do make the Oura Ring mandatory to join, as that's actually how I use it to personalize your program. Now, before you make any decisions on this, I'm gonna make sure we tell you before we get off the podcast, the special deal that I'm currently running with the Oura Ring. If you've always wanted one, because I'm gonna tell you how you can get one for free. Okay, so lastly, you'd be a really good fit for this program is if you want to raise your standards for yourself. You're ready to take relentless action and you want to make time to implement what you learn. And I'm not talking about hours and hours every week, but you're willing to put aside some time to actually get results for what you came for, right? You're not just wanting to show up and be like, oh, I had to put time into this, right? I want to work with the clients that are done running a business with brain fog. And you're ready to take responsibility and set higher standards for yourself. And you want to be in a community that holds you to that higher standard, right? So I'm going to give you a breakdown of the two options that I'm currently offering with the Becoming Limitless coaching membership. So option number one is you can join us on a month-to-month basis, cancel anytime, and that's $299 per month USD. Now, you will have to make sure you either have an Oura Ring coming into the program or purchase it separately. You can go online. An Oura Ring is about $299 US, and so that's going to be something that you'll have to bring with you into the program. But like I said, $299. Cancel anytime. You can stay in there for as long as you feel like you need the growth that you get, the coaching that you get. This is where you need your support. And then when you're done that, you're done. But I would love to have you in the community long term, right? And in fact, there's a second option that I have if you know that you're the type of person that likes to commit to something a bit longer term. And here's the deal. If you want to pay in full for 6 months of the Becoming Limitless coaching membership, and that's a total of $1,795. I'm actually going to send you an Oura Ring for free. And like I said, that's a $300 value. So it's the same as like getting a whole month of your coaching free. So if you don't want to buy an Oura Ring, join for 6 months in full and I will send you an Oura Ring for free. And that's so much fun because now you're able to really nerd out with us. You see your progress happening. And honestly, it's one of the most fun things to get on the calls and like collaborate and share our data and the new features that are coming out. You're absolutely going to love it. I promise if you've been on the fence about getting a ring, joining the program for 6 months, pay in full, and you will get the ring. Now, I will say one thing because I love to be transparent. You get 1 month of the Oura Ring app subscription for free. And after that, it is a $5.99 per month US dollar charge. So that's something that's not included in the program, but I always just like to be transparent so that you know exactly what you're getting it for. Now, here's the coolest part. And this is why I really think that most people so far have joined up on the 6 month option. if you stay, like when your 6 months wraps up and you have got your Oura Ring, you've been in the program 6 months, when you continue on with us past your 6-month mark, it goes to $199 a month. So you actually get a 33% discount to continue on after 6 months. It's a pretty sweet deal. And that $199 per month after the first 6 months, you can cancel anytime. It's a pretty sweet deal. So not only do you get the Oura Ring for free when you join, but when you continue on past 6 months, you actually get a 33% discount. And I thought like this was a pretty great incentive. So if you're listening to this right now, there's actually a link in the description right now. You can head to my website, TanessaShears.com/becoming Limitless. That link in the description will take you right to the program page. You're able to kind of read through a lot of what we talked about in this podcast today. You can see the 2 different options, the $299 per month cancel anytime or pay in full for 6 months with a free Oura Ring and the discounted month-to-month fee after that. And that is the Becoming Limitless coaching membership. I'm so excited. It has been a great experience. The community is intimate right now. We know each other's names. It is so fun to be able to show up and serve entrepreneurs at this level in a way that fits in with their schedule. It's not something that takes away from your energy and health. It's something that you can do for yourself to give to your energy and health. And like I said, if this is the membership option, if you end up wanting to do one-on-one and you want to do the Becoming Limitless fast track, you can either contact me directly or on the membership page, there's actually a link there if you want to fill out an application to apply for a spot in the fast track program. So I'm not going to wrap up this podcast with all that fake urgency and scarcity stuff, you know, when they're like, and 2 days left for this and the bonuses go away and stuff like that, because let's be real. We're entrepreneurs. We know that those are garbage for the most part. And I want to just continue in that transparency with you. There's going to be no countdown clock, no pressure to decide. And I really want this decision to be something that comes from you when you are ready. And so if now is the time and you're like, yeah, I want to make my health a priority. I want to have more energy. I want a system for my health. I want to take back my life because it feels like all I do is stress about my business all the time, then I would love to see you inside the Becoming Limitless coaching membership. Now, I'm actually going to be doing something really neat. I'm going to be dropping a very special episode that's going to go live literally right after this episode. And it's perfect to listen to. It's going to be nice and short, like less than 6 minutes if you want to hear from my clients. And so this program has created a ton of testimonials, and not just written testimonials, but video testimonials where entrepreneurs have gotten on and shared what they've struggled with and what's worked for them. And so my husband and I, he's a really talented videographer and editor and everything like that. And what we've done is we've actually compiled almost 20 video testimonials into a beautiful story so that you can see what's possible for you in the Becoming Limitless program. And if you want to hear each of those clients tell their own story in full in an interview, you can definitely head to my website, TanessaShears.com. There's a ton of them on our program page over there, the Becoming Limitless program page. But I would love for you to check out the episode that comes right after this and really hear what is possible when you decide to prioritize your health, to level up your energy, and to become limitless. I'll see you next week. Bye. Want to know more about the Becoming Limitless program? Everything you need to know is linked in the description. You can head to my website at TanessaShears.com to learn all about the program. Or if you're not ready to work together yet, you can check out my free podcast, Becoming Limitless. It's the go-to podcast for entrepreneurs who want to optimize their brain and their body with biohacking.